subscribe our channel, stay till the end of the stories for more twist and turn. Comment us about what kind of stories you like to hear. Posted by you, /Chasing Comma Echoes. My 35 female best friend, 33 female, told my husband, 40 male, that she has the hots for him. Apologies for mobile format, it's my first post. Backstory: I met my really pretty friend, Vanessa, about 8 years ago through mutual friends. We hit it off right away, and I couldn't wait to introduce her to my husband. The three of us have been great friends ever since. Vanessa has many great qualities, but hanging on to a man isn't one of them. She's never had an LTR but has endless amounts of short flings and is always the one to break it off quickly. She finds petty reasons to drop men. She likes a challenge and men who tend to appear unavailable. Vanessa has dated many of my friends and has made it awkward to bring her to most social functions. She's even hooked up with one of my exes, in which I share some serious history. It didn't bother me because I'm happily married, but she didn't ask me either. Everywhere she goes, she gets negative reactions from women. Vanessa has little female friends aside from myself. Most of my girlfriends get a bad taste in their mouths when they meet her and tell me they don't trust her. I'd always defend how loyal she's been to me. She dresses in very skimpy clothing, resulting in a lot of my friends refusing to let her near their sews. Vanessa has never made me feel this way, so I've just ignored their comments. The issue at H&M happened a few days ago. My husband and I joined Vanessa at her house for a backyard, social distanced dinner and drinks. At one point, I excused myself for 10 minutes or so for a phone call. We continued to finish dinner and then called Uber and headed home. Hubby mentions that while I was on the phone, Vanessa disclosed to my husband that she, in fact, finds him very attractive. He told me he didn't really respond as he didn't know what to say and basically blew it off. She didn't say anything more than that, and I may be overreacting, but I'm furious. I'm not a jealous person. In fact, if this were innocent and she were to have said it in front of me, I'm sure I would have laughed and agreed. He is hot. I just want to know what her end game was by saying that to him. What was her point? Her history, alongside the fact that I'd personally never tell a married man, let alone my friend's husband, that I found him attractive, makes me so uneasy. Men deserve compliments, but I feel there is a right/wrong way to do this. I'd hate to feel that she'd try to get after my man despite everything. Anyway, am I overreacting? If I'm being dumb, just tell me. I'd ask my friends, but we all know what they would say. Should I just let it go? If not, how would you bring this up to her? I feel like this is so stupid, but it's really fucking me up. Thanks for reading. Why did you tell my husband he was attractive when I left the room? You are completely right. I guess I just needed to hear that I'm not taking this too far. 8 years is a long time to be friends with someone, and while I'm completely able to stay strong and confront her, I'm also sad about what the result will be. Wait, you know she typically goes for unavailable men and even goes so far as to hook up with your ex, and you're shocked she made a comment to your husband? Come on. I would never bring my boyfriend around someone like that, because it'd just be a matter of time until she did something. She sounds like a shit friend anyways. Most definitely. I do trust my husband, but I don't trust the woman around him who see a married man as a challenge. Even though your husband may never think to cheat on you, who knows what kind of tricks this woman has up her sleeve. Sounds like as soon as she has something or someone, it no longer makes it interesting because she wants the chase. You may think of her as a friend, but it was only a matter of time before she went for your husband. It's likely she purposes cultivates relationships with wives for that reason, so they let down their guard while she goes after their husbands, boyfriends. She may not even consider your relationship special either, just one she hasn't self-sabotaged. Women who are likely this are incredibly tacky and awful people, because they just live to cause drama. They can never actually connect with someone because of their personality, Self-confidence is all based around attention from men. The best part is when women like that get rejected, because they often lose their sight nice girls style. They may keep trying for a time but eventually blow up their relationship if it doesn't go their way. You should be able to trust your boyfriend. It's completely not about whether you would bring your boyfriend around a friend who acts like that. It's about why you would continue to be friends with someone like that in the first place. Don't be friends with people who treat other people badly just because you're not on the receiving end of it. You will be eventually. And even if you're not, that kind of person isn't likely going to be a positive influence in your life. This isn't really directed at you, but more in general. If you don't want your friend around your boyfriend or your sister or whomever, then it means they shouldn't be your friend. Oh, I do trust my boyfriend. That doesn't mean I'd want some girl who is known for going for available men around him so she can potentially make him uncomfortable and blatantly disrespect our relationship. In the same manner, I'd hope he wouldn't bring a friend around that was notorious for trying to get with their girlfriends. Not that I can't be trusted, but because it'd make me uncomfortable to be hit on by someone who clearly disregards my relationship. I've known girls like the one in the op, but as soon as I find out that's the type of person they are, I'm out. I personally would never be friends with someone like that. Posted by you/past recommendation 48. 23 female, just found out my boyfriend, 26 male, of 3 years cheated on me this weekend. What the fuck now? Oh boy. Here we go. So my boyfriend went to his friend's cabin this past weekend. I was invited but couldn't go as I had to work. We hung out yesterday at his place, and, later in the evening, he told me that he slept with another girl while at the cabin, his friend's fiance's friend. He said that they had all been drinking the whole day. They stayed up until 3 a.m. and he and this chick were the only ones still up. She knew all about me and, he said she went to her bedroom and came back wearing nothing but a robe and was talking to him about how love and attraction are two different things, he should stop being so uptight and loosen up a bit. Yada yada. And, according to him, she was basically throwing herself at him. So they had sex. He said he felt terrible the whole time and hasn't slept for the past 2 nights. He was crying when he told me, said he would be willing to anything to make it up to me. I know he has been cheated on in the past in other relationships, which to me cuts even deeper because he knew exactly how much it hurts. Because of this, during the first couple years of our relationship he was always very suspicious of me. Always snooping in my phone, got pretty angry when I went out to the bar with some friends. I always tried to be understanding of him, but knew deep down that was kind of a red flag. But he has been better for the past year. I know he has pretty low self-esteem and bad anxiety at times. Quite often he will say that the sex we have is not as passionate as when we first started dating, which to me I feel is pretty normal, but he takes this as I am not attracted to him as I used to. We still have sex regularly, but quite often I find it hard to say no if I'm not in the mood because he will take it personally. I have been trying to convince him to see a therapist for his anxiety, but he never has. But I really think he should. He says he cheated that night to feel passion again and to feel young, which went unsuccessfully. It was nothing to do with me, it was all on him. Honestly, before this obviously, I would 100% say we have a great relationship. This is the guy who I was thinking I would probably end up spending the rest of my life with. Cliché, I know, but so true, and I still love him. I never ever suspected he would cheat, as this has never happened to me before. I'm a pretty forgiving person, but this shit really fucking sucks. I drove home an hour from his place last night because I had to get out of there to process. I am completely at a loss of what to do. Oh Reddit, help me out here. If there's any more context needed I will try to provide. The reasons he gives for sleeping with somebody else are ridiculous. If he were so drunk, how would he remember that he felt bad the whole time he was doing it? And then you say he did it to feel passion and young, but it didn't work. Since it didn't work, he will do it again. If he were in that situation again, he would do it again. He seems full of shit. Leave his ass. As I do think people could change, I don't believe in cheaters will always be cheaters. His behavior was disgusting. He tried to blame her for him cheating, while he still did his part on it. It sounds like he's blaming you for his infidelity as well. My take on it is to cut the relationship, as I personally can't be with someone that cheated on me. Trust issues. But if you can actually grow past it, then tell him to go therapy as one of your conditions. Just leave him. There's a good chance he is going to keep doing it again, and I understand it's gonna sting for a little bit, but you'll move on eventually. Enjoy your life. There are still many people who would love to get to know you. Let him solve his own problems as he should. Make a choice. Toss the cheater out of your life. Decide what you want to be done in order to stay together. Go through his phone whenever you want. Can he never spend the night away from you? Does he have to leave his location on all of the time? Never hang out with those friends again? You need to figure out if this is something you want to live with. Get over because it's done. He's already chosen to sleep with some other chick versus be loyal to you. Personally, I'd toss a partner out for doing that. If all it takes is me not being there, some drinks, and another party throwing themselves at them, I would never trust them again, and I would not waste my time being their babysitter, warden. I know it's easier said than done, but do yourself a favor and just get out of that relationship. It's one thing to get cheated on, but to get cheated on by someone who has been cheated on, I think, is a whole different ball game. He knows how it feels, he knows the hurt that he was putting you through, he understands it, and he still did it. You deserve someone better. I know you see the red flags, you said it yourself. Do it now before you're more years into it. I'm sorry. While I don't ever want to be those people who rush you to break up. He doesn't sound remorseful. And he didn't sound like a happy partner prior to cheating. You admitted he has anxiety, self-esteem issues and a history of cheating partners. So does a majority of your age group, but he still managed to make his problems your issue. First by being distrustful of you in the beginning, then by indirectly blaming you for cheating due to the lack of passion in sex life. That's not normal. BTW. He cheated because he saw an opportunity and felt like taking it. He made a decision that he knew would hurt your feelings because he thought he would get a bigger payout from the experience. When the cheating sex ended up being a dud, he decided to tell you, so that he could try the "I just felt so bad" angle. It's up to you what the next step is, but he has bigger issues than this one: infidelity. Thanks for listening so far. If story have an update, we will post here. Like, subscribe to our channel for upcoming stories.